She wore a crown, but all she ever wanted was to be seen as human. Behind the cameras, the parades, the perfect smile, there was a woman fighting to breathe inside a world that had already decided who she was supposed to be. Welcome to EchoDriven Stories. They called her the People's Princess, but the palace never really let her belong to anyone, not even herself. Diana Spencer entered the royal family like a fairy tale, young and hopeful, believing love could survive anything. But fairy tales don't prepare you for the loneliness of marble hallways or the weight of a title that feels more like a sentence than a gift. She learned quickly that crowns are heavy, and that sometimes the most gilded cages are the hardest to escape. She wasn't supposed to show weakness. She wasn't supposed to question, but Diana did both, and in doing so, she became something the monarchy had never seen before real. She held the hands of AIDS patients when the world still feared touch. She walked through minefields, not for the photographs, but because she believed some fights were worth the danger. She knelt beside the forgotten, the sick, the grieving, and she didn't just offer pity, she offered presence. That was her rebellion. Not loud, not violent, just human. But being human in a world that demanded perfection came at a cost. The same public that adored her also consumed her, piece by piece. Every stumble was headlines. Every heartbreak was entertainment. She was loved, yes, but she was also hunted. And still, she chose vulnerability over armor. She spoke openly about her struggles, her pain, the darkness she carried. In a world obsessed with appearances, she dared to show her scars. Her greatest strength was also her greatest burden. She felt everything. The joy of her son's laughter, the ache of betrayal, the longing to be more than a symbol. She wanted to be a mother first, a woman second, and somewhere far down the list, a princess. And maybe that's why her story still matters, because she reminded us that no title, no throne, no amount of admiration can fill the space where love is supposed to be. On a summer night in Paris, the world lost her. Not slowly, not with warning, just gone. And in that sudden, unbearable silence, something shifted. The grief wasn't just for a princess. It was for the person she never fully got to be, the life she was just beginning to live on her own terms. But here's the thing about light. It doesn't disappear when the flame goes out. It lingers. It echoes. Diana's compassion, her courage, her refusal to be anything less than honest, it's still here. In every act of kindness that defies expectation. In every person who chooses empathy over indifference. In every heart that dares to be soft in a hard world. If her story moved you, stay with us. There are more lives, more legacies, more echoes worth remembering. Subscribe, and let's keep these stories alive together. We created a song for her, not to replace her voice, but to honor the feeling she left behind. A melody for the girl who became a princess, and the woman who never stopped trying to break free. Behind the most admired crown in the world lived a heart that only wanted to be free. This is its song. The Golden Cage.
Crown of diamonds, heart of glass, smiling through the photographs. Every step a choreographed dance. They never saw the tears beneath the trance. Royal blood but human pain. Golden chains instead of reins. She wore the mask they made her bear. A queen of hearts with no one there. Behind the gates, behind the walls, she heard the world. She heard their calls, but protocol won't let her fly, a caged bird learning how to cry. Oh, she gave them love when love was rare, touched the broken, showed she cared. But the palace couldn't hold a soul so free, the people's angel bound by destiny. In a golden cage she learned to sing. Not every crown can make you queen, her light still shines though shadows came. Forever remembered, forever Diana's name. Two little boys with ocean eyes, she held them close through all the lies. A mother's love, unbreakable, pure, the only truth she knew for sure. They wrote the rules, she broke the mold. Compassion, fierce, a heart of gold. She walked with lepers, held their hands, changed the world with where she'd stand. Behind the gates, behind the walls, she found her voice, she broke the halls. But freedom came at such a cost, a shining star forever lost. So she gave them love when love was rare, touched the broken, showed she cared. But the palace couldn't hold a soul so free, the people's angel bound by destiny. In a golden cage she learned to sing. Not every crown can make you queen, her light still shines though shadows came. Forever remembered, forever her name. Paris rain on summer night, frozen moments, stolen light. The world stood still, the world all cried for the princess who was never free inside. But legends never really die, they live in every tear we cry. She taught us love could break the chains, her legacy forever remains. She gave us love when love was rare, touched the broken, showed she cared. The palace couldn't hold a soul so free, eternal